What's going on, y'all? This your boy Teddy, and we back with another video, and it's upon us. It is WrestleMania weekend, so I had to do a prediction video like we do every year. This is slated to be the biggest WrestleMania of all time ever. So many matches, so many storylines, so many legacies hanging in the balance, so many different directions the company might go in, the base, depending and based on who wins what match. So we're gonna hop right into it. Night one, we have Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. I'm gonna go with Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee with this one. Not really interested in this storyline. It kind of just jump started it out of nowhere with the Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio thing again. We've seen that before. Not really interested. Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill versus Damage Control, which will feature Dakota Kai, Asuka, and Kairi Sane. Obviously, I'm going with the Black Beauties and Jade, Naomi, and Bianca. No need to really talk about that. Um, Damage Control is kind of falling off a little bit. The Bailey star power isn't there no more, and you can kind of tell. Had potential, but not really feeling it. Six-pack ladder match for the undisputed WWE Tag Team Championships. Judgment Day, who are the champions? Damian Priest and Finn Balor versus the Awesome Truth, R-Truth and Miz. DIY, Tommaso Ciampa and Johnny Gargano. Coffee and Kingston. Coffee Kingston and Xavier Woods, the New Day. New Catch Republic, which is Pete Dunne and Talabate. A-Town Down Under, Austin Theory, and Grayson Waller. Now, I don't know about this match. However, I do believe the Judgment Day are going to lose these titles this match. I don't know to who because it's six teams to pick. If I had to make a guess, I probably would say the Awesome Truth, the Miz and R-Truth. Uh, Maybe DIY. But I am expecting the Judgment Day to lose these titles, so that's what I'm hanging my hat on right there. Which brings us to one of the marquee storylines: Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso. Now, this is the third time in wrestling history or WWE history, I believe, that brother versus brother has happened at WrestleMania. I believe it was Bret Hart versus Owen Hart. I can't remember the other two brothers, and they're probably like somebody that I should know and remember, but I can't remember the other set. And then it'll be Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso, Yeet versus No Yeet, Bloodline versus Bloodline, and I'm excited to see this. I'm super excited to see this match. It's been a lifelong dream of them for the to have a match against each other at WrestleMania. Now they're doing it. Last year they were main eventing WrestleMania as the tag team champions. This year they're going against each other. And I'm looking forward to seeing the fire that these two make. I know it's going to be a fantastic match. Jey Uso's been on fire. Jimmy Uso has really came into his own over the last few weeks. I guess them prepping him to have a WrestleMania match, so you kind of got to build them up a little bit different than what they were normally doing. Which brings us to the Intercontinental Championship. Day one, the rest of these matches are championship matches. Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental Championship. I'm going to go with Gunther. I don't think Sami Zayn is going to get the job done. This would be the perfect spot for Sami Zayn to win if he is to win the Intercontinental Championship. Gunther's been on this crazy run, breaking all these records. Sami Zayn looking for that prestige again. He's been a 5-6 time Intercontinental Champion or something like that. And he's an awesome Intercontinental Champion. I feel like they need to do something to jumpstart Sammy again because, to be completely honest, since he's left the bloodline, he hasn't really been like, that level of star power like we thought he could be or was when he was with the bloodline. And before the bloodline, when he was doing serious stuff and not the jackass, running around getting pranked and they pulling the jackass stunts on him and all that type of stuff. So we'll see how it turns out. I'm going to pick Gunther, but Sami Zayn should win this match. But I'm going with Gunther. The Women's World Championship, which will be Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch. To me, this one is kind of cutting dry easy. I'm going with Rhea Ripley. I don't think Becky Lynch is due for another title run, in the near future, maybe down the line. Which brings us to the main event, and man, I'm so excited to see this. The Rock and Roman Reigns, the Final Boss and the Tribal Chief, the undisputed WWE Universal Champion, versus Cody Rhodes and the world champion of WWE, Seth freaking Rollins. This match has huge implications in it. Whoever wins this match, if Rock and Roman win this match, then the main event of night 2 would be a Bloodline Rules match, which means anything goes. If Cody and Seth win this match, then the main event of night 2 would be Bloodline is barred from the match. And I'm leaning towards somehow, some way. I'm leaning towards Cody and Seth winning this match, and I don't know how. I'm guessing maybe The Rock takes the L here. He would have to because he's really the only part timer in the match. So The Rock will have to lose this match, and I'm guessing that's what starts the dissension between Rock and Roman. Him being the final boss, but then being the one to lose. Roman kind of feels like he's starting to be I thought he would start off feeling like he was above The Rock, but they've been getting along pretty good, and he's been playing the second fiddle to a T, putting up the final boss and, letting people know that he is above the tribal chief and the head of the table and stuff like that. But I feel like this is where the dissension will stop because The Rock is going to cost this match, which will lead to making the main event of WrestleMania super more difficult than it already was. But I'm going to get to the caveats that I think of the main event of night 2 when we get there. So let's get to it. Night 2, Sunday. Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits versus the Final Testament, Karrion Kross and the Authors of Pain. I'm going with Bobby Lashley and them in this one. Not really interested in this storyline. I pray that this is it and this is the end of it. It didn't work out for these two. They tried to make Bobby Lashley and them heels. These guys are way too loved to be heels, so now they're faces again. I expect them to go over. LA Knight versus AJ Styles. I'm going with LA Knight on this one. Night 2 is pretty, to me, Night 2 is pretty simple and cut and dry here until we get to the main event. United States Championship triple threat. Logan Paul versus Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. I'm going with Logan Paul here. Now, being biased, I wouldn't mind seeing Randy Orton with a U.S. Championship run. Wouldn't mind seeing it. But I'm going to go with Logan Paul. Logan Paul's hot right now. He's on fire. He looks like he belongs in the WWE. He's performing better than some of these people that's been four-timers. I'm going with Logan Paul. WWE Women's Championship, Io Sky versus Bayley. I'm going with Bayley. Obviously, that's my fiance. That's my wife. Future wife to be, you know what I'm saying? And she's just better than Io Sky. The Io Sky's championship reign has ran its course. A little bit underwhelming to me, but was interesting because she had a group around her. But now that the group has like competition from all around, I think odds would be even, and Bayley gets this done. I'm probably expecting Bianca and them to help Bayley out during this match, and then helping Bayley probably win the championship. And then after the match is over, I'm probably expecting Bianca to kind of attack Bayley or whatever because she's going to feel like she's older one. Bayley was the catalyst to Bianca getting a lot of beatings, and now she's the champion. She probably is going to feel like she should be the first in line to get a chance, sparking up an old rivalry, which was becoming one of the more iconic women's rivalries, Bayley and Bianca, before Bayley tore her ACL and kind of put that on ice. Here we go, man. It's getting real. So many storylines tied into each other. Brings us to the World Heavyweight Championship match, which is Seth Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. I'm expecting Drew McIntyre to win this match, man. Now, whether Damian Priest cashes in or not, which is also what I'm kind of expecting, I'm going to go with Drew McIntyre walking out as the champion. So what happens is that's going to bring us to the undisputed WWE Universal Championship. Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes. Roman has been the champion for 3.5, almost 4 years. He's fastly approaching Hulk Hogan's record for the third longest reign of all time in wrestling history, which would be the first longest reign in the WrestleMania era. So ever since they started doing WrestleManias, Hulk Hogan has that record. I'm actually expecting Damian Priest to try to cash in on this match and end up being the one who takes the pin from Roman Reigns to help Cody lose this match. I don't think this is necessarily the end of the Roman versus Cody feud. I feel like this could go on for the next few years, but I do know that Cody's probably gonna have a match with The Rock somewhere down the line, and I do know that Roman is probably gonna have another match with Cody before he goes to The Rock. I do feel like the end game, like everybody knows, is Rock versus Roman. Maybe at next year's WrestleMania, hell, maybe at this year's SummerSlam, Royal Rumble. Probably next year's WrestleMania though. It's too box office not to be at a WrestleMania. Um, but yeah, I feel like Damian Priest is gonna try to cash in, or if not, I do feel like the Bloodline will be banned. Certain members will be banned, but I feel like we're probably either going to get a new member or somebody like Drew McIntyre, who isn't a Bloodline member, to help out. You know, they're going to go into business with each other. They're going to help him win the title, so he helps them retain the title type stuff. But anyways, I'm expecting Roman Reigns to walk out of WrestleMania still champion. You know, we the ones, family above all, Bloodline in the building.